If you're looking to start drawing the ball and get rid of those slices, then we've got to start with the takeaway. This is going to dictate what's going to happen at the top of the swing, and what happens at the top of the swing then causes what happens down at impact, and in result what's going to happen at the ball. So if you're struggling with a slice, no doubt you'll be out to in, swinging across that ball with an open club face. So that creates that side spin to get that ball going left to right, starting left, finishing away from the pin. So if we want to work on trying to get that club into a more neutral position, then we've got to get the takeaway right. So for me, I like to see that club work up the plane. So this is an example of what the plane would look like. So if you take that club back, the club's always riding up this. So when you come back down, it rides back down on it. Now, if we can get the takeaway right, that's going to give us the best opportunity to then get back on that plane on the way down. And then we're going to have the least compensations throughout the swing to make it easier to strike that ball. So for you, and to get that takeaway right, what we want is a couple of things. So if I aim up straight down this line, what we're looking for is when we take that club away, we're going to go to this point here. The first thing you'll notice is the club face. We're at 45 degrees here. This is then matching my spine angle. So we're in a neutral position from the start. The next part is when we get to this point here, we actually want to have a little bit of a wrist hinge here. This happens just past my right thigh. Here, what this does is then it presets your wrist, so then there's less movement up at the top, so there's less things that can go wrong. The next bit is where that club is pointing. So at this point here, if I bring that club closer to me, that's actually pointing to my left thigh. What will happen if you go too much on the inside, this club will then be pointing out to the right. Then as a result, because you're out here, your next move will be over the top to try and correct it. The other way you could do it is if you're going this way, then you might bring it around there. That's less common. It's more the most common one is as you take that club back, that club head moves inside and the club out. As a result, over the top. So what we want to see is getting that club in this position here. From there, we're going to have a good start to the swing. But to get this right, this is going to be reps on reps to try and get to that position that's going to be more consistent. So a good way to practice this is to do the freeze drill. So the freeze drill is as you take that club back, we're going to get in a good position here. Then we're going to go to the top and then strike through that ball. Another way is to have some sort of feedback station. If you do it right or wrong, you can have it at an angle 45, or we can have it pretty vertical here on your toe line. Just as a feeling, because if we go inside, I'm going to hit the stick. What we want is when that club's parallel to the ground, we're in this position. So if we can get the takeaway right, that's going to give us the best chance to start hitting that draw, but that all starts from the takeaway. So work on the takeaway and you'll see big changes in what's happening in the swing. Let's go again. Started right, didn't come back.